Hey there, sleep debt payers. I hope you're all having a great time. Right now, I am drinking a nice warm cup of tea. You can guess what that is. Put a comment which tea it could be. And so, I'm gonna put you to sleep. Once this tea is finished, so you're gonna be falling asleep, guaranteed, by the time this is empty. And you'll be getting lots of mic rubbing, ASMR noises. As you could see, the tea is super warm. You could feel the warmth just by hearing me sip. And with that, you're gonna be fighting and beating the cold. It's cold out there, negative 20 degrees Celsius. Alright. So let's make this video interesting. It's not gonna be good when I'm just gonna endlessly drink the tea, just like that from start to finish. There has to be something a bit juicy for this video. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share you, guys and girls, some of the weirdest experiences I've had. You know those moments where those moments where you're dreaming and you suddenly fall in your dream and that makes you jolt yourself awake? Like, in other words, like you're running and then you happen to stumble and then all of a sudden, boom, you're suddenly awake. You know that experience? I'm pretty sure you must have had those experiences. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share these. I'm gonna share some of my experiences. There's one that happened that I really remembered back when I was at elementary. And now, there's also a few events or experiences, better say experiences, that I had that happened recently. Okay. So, let's go with the one that happened at elementary school. So back when I was still in grade 5 or grade 6, I was still at my still living in the city. I apparently was dreaming and sleeping. And while I was dreaming, I was playing. I was dreaming of playing at the playground in the schoolyard. I was having fun with my classmates. They were all playing some dodgeball during recreation. I don't know, it was like before lunch or whatever, but it was like in recess time in the dream. And we are both goofing around. We got hit by the dodgeball. I hit someone in the dodgeball. It was a little dodgeball game that was so casual, no stakes, just pure fun, just a way to kill time before we all had to go back to class. And then, when class is about to resume again, we had to fall in line, right? Okay, so we fell in line. Everybody falls in line to get inside a door. And nothing was happening. And we are going closer and closer to the doorway. We all go in single file. And eventually, I'm at the door, right? And so, as I go into the door, I had to climb a few more stairs, like a staircase that goes to the third floor, because that's where all of my grade 5 classes are, in the second floor. That's how I remember this happened when I was in grade 5 or 6. And once I climbed the first few flights of stairs, I suddenly fell through the staircase for some reason. I did not know that this was a dream, but I know the fact it felt so real. I was just climbing the stairs, but then out of nowhere, as I tried to climb the second set of stairs that lead to the second floor of the elementary school, I just happened to fall straight through, as if the stairs did not collide. Like I fell through it, like it defied physics. The stairs weren't solid, and at the instant, as I fell through the staircase, it woke me up. I just happened to wake up back at my apartment bedroom. And it scared the hell out of me. And I remember waking up and my parents were falling asleep. They were fast asleep because I was still sleeping with my parents at my 10-year-old body. And that was the first experience that I remembered vividly. And I know there were many other experiences where I fell like that. I totally forgot those experiences where I seemed to fall from buildings and jolt myself up awake, and I kind of forget most of it. But the ones that I kind of remembered happened more recently. It's still in my head, so I'd probably did not forget. I kind of wanted to share it before I forget it, so it is the perfect time to share these, because there were two more. Wait. I would say two more, but they're very similar. And so they kind of happened at the same place, so I'll just count these two recent experiences as one. Alright? So before we continue, I'm going to rub a few more objects. These are cardboard triangles. When I bought a picture frame, like you might have seen a frame that's attached to the wall in some of my videos, I bought a frame to hold a jigsaw puzzle that I completed. My friend gave it to me. My friend got me that as a gift. A very cool jigsaw puzzle. It happened to be something like a picture that I really like. Alright, shout out to him. Okay. It happened to be a picture that I really like. Alright. Okay, so once I got the picture, I bought this frame. And it came with these supports to protect the frame. And I'm going to use it for tingles. You could feel the tingling sensations like that. Very smooth cardboard. Well, it looks smooth, but the noises that are produced when I rub makes it less smooth. If I scratch my nail, it'll make this sound. Okay. Back to the tea. My tea is getting cooler. My tea is cooling down, so let's continue with a second experience. So, like I said, the two experiences happened recently where I happened to fall out and wake me up. So it happened at roughly the same place. And so I started university. It's a very nice university in my country. And I had a dream where I was walking around campus. Okay. So, before I continue, I'm going to explain the fact that this place is big. So there are different buildings, and some of the buildings require a bus. And so, when you have class at the other building, you have to take the bus. It's called the shuttle bus to go there. And I had a dream where I happened to try and go to class at another building. So, what I had to do is I had to run to take the shuttle bus. Alright. So I was in my dream. I was running on campus. I knew that class would start in half an hour, but it would take me quite a bit to commute there. And the last part of the commute was taking the shuttle bus that goes from this building, to the other building. And I had to run because the bus was leaving in 5 minutes or less. So I was walking inside the building and tried to go out the door, outside one of the main doors where the bus is waiting. So I was running and running and running. And there, right outside, there is this staircase. It's not a big one, it's a small staircase. Heck, I don't even know if that small staircase still exists. Like, it definitely does not exist in real life at this university. But the staircase definitely exists at the dream, inside the dream. So I was running, I went out the door, and the staircase had 3 steps, and when I tried to climb these little steps, I happened to suddenly jump out out of nowhere, like I instinctively jumped. And as I jumped, I happened to stumble. And right as I stumbled, my heart drops and it jolts me awake. And I felt this sensation of falling like that. Like as if you're trying to climb, but you fall. And you felt the same experiences as if you would do in real life. As if it'd feel in real life. Like your heart dropping, gravity working with you, working against you and pushing you. And then you just wake up and you happen to feel the same feelings as if you've done. Okay. Like your heart was beating. Your heart was beating. And you were sweating, and you felt like your stomach dropped once as you jolt awake. That's how I felt. And that's basically it for this most recent experience of feeling like you're falling. And then the instant that you feel like you're falling, you just wake up at that instant. I know there's a term that's brought up online. I don't even remember what it is. So, remember how I said that I had two separate experiences that were very recent? I didn't want to kind of like tell you at first of this because they're very similar. It's the same, because it happened at the same place of me running around campus and falling through or falling and stumbling at one of these staircases. So, if you're kind of curious of what my similar experience was, essentially it was running on campus. I didn't have class or anything, but I happened to fall again on a staircase at the university, but not outside, just inside. And as I fell, boom, it jolted me awake. So, as you can see, I have finished my cup of tea. Alright, by now, you should be fast asleep. And you should be ready to get more tingles. So, I am not done yet, because I want to enhance your sleep once you have fallen asleep. If you're still awake, this will definitely put you to sleep. So I'm going to use this box and tap it like that. This for ASMR triggers. I'm gonna keep squeezing it softly. Do you like that foil sound? The stuff inside. There's thin sheets of paper inside. This is like a box of chocolate liquor. Very French. I'm almost done with this, but you're getting more tingles like this. One more minute. When I rub, you could also feel the texture for some reason. I don't know if you do, but I do. Alright, so definitely you're gonna be asleep. You're asleep at this point, so I'm gonna go wrap up this video. So if you do enjoy the tingles and the mic rubbing sounds and the little object sounds, as well as the little dream experiences I had of falling and waking up at an instant, please give this video a like if you did enjoy. Comment down below if you've ever felt something like that, very similar to what I experienced. The feeling, the sensation of falling in your dream and then waking up. Because yeah, it would be cool to hear if you had experienced that. So, hopefully this video will make you sleep, because that's my goal for this channel, to get everybody sleeping, ease off everybody's sleep debts, and pay the rest of your sleep credit card. Pay that balance in full and be sleep debt free. So please subscribe so you do not miss any of my future content. So I got school tomorrow, and anyways, I'm heading out.